Hey, what's going on? It's your underground favorite sauce to God,
Semi Sinatra.
and you know we tapped in with my homegirl TampaMystic on Industry's Most Wanted podcast.
Yeah.
Industry's Most Wanted.
Who the f am I? They call me Sauce. Straight up out the kitchen, just cooking up meat is high flow. That money on my mind. Oh yes, I'm trying to reach the top flow. About to f the streets up for real, just call me pie hoes. Been whipping and cooking.
What's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast.
Wanted.
And listen, I got my bros in the building. Shout out to Semi Sinatra sitting
Yep.
across from me.
Yeah.
Shout out to YoungSauce'DaGod
Thank you.
right here. Thank you guys for being here. Man, it's good to see you guys. It's been a little minute.
It's
You know what I'm
been a
saying?
while.
A little
Too
minute.
long.
Yeah, you guys
long.
have always supported what I have going on. I'm grateful for that. You know, I'm glad that we was able to do this kind of on a whim. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
for sure. We make it happen.
Give me some love.
Yes,
Boom.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Boom. But without further ado, you know, we're going to come over here to Semi Sinatra first. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, I'm a CEO of Monasia Music Group, Semi Sinatra.
And my guy, YoungSauce'DaGod.
Hey, you know what it is, man. It's your underground favorite sauce to God.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That way. Well, listen, we're going to take it back a little bit, but I really want to focus on what you guys got going on now musically, your brand. YoungSauce'DaGod. Oh, YoungSauce'DaGod, I'm over here saying, y'all like brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where you from originally?
Man, I'm from Columbus, Ohio,
Yeah.
614 all day. You know
All
what it
day.
is.
We cook her. We talked
You know
about
what it
this.
is. Yes, yes.
What about you, Semi Sinatra?
I'm
Where you
from
from?
Columbus, Ohio also,
Yeah.
614.
So that's where you guys connected at.
No, not really. We
Really?
collected in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yes.
Look
I
at
was-
that. Look at God.
I was looking for artists to invest in, and everybody kept bringing this guy's name up. You need to be with Sauce. You need to be with Sauce. And I'm like, who's Sauce? He come from Charlotte. So I was like, well, let me, meet him. So when I met him, we chopped it up. It was great convo. Got his head on right. And then come to find out, he from the 614 just like me. So it had to be God.
It was all God.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
God aligned that so divinely and so perfectly.
He did.
You can't deny that.
He did.
What are the odds that you guys are in the same city, but you're from somewhere else that
Right.
is from the same city and you didn't meet there?
Right.
It was meant to be.
Meant to be.
That's how I look at it. Yeah, for sure.
So before you met YoungSauce'DaGod, what were some of the things that you were hearing about him from other people?
That he can flow. I like talent.
Yeah.
If I wanted to invest my money in something, I wanted to be somebody who was about their business. I mean, uber talented, and he's all that. And the thing about Sauce is he's a way better person than he is an artist.
Man.
So, he works hard. He got his head on strong and right and well raised, you can tell. And I said, let's roll.
He's a solid human being.
He is.
Man,
Period.
Thank you.
That's all you can say. Yeah, like there's not too many people in this business that I've known for a long time that to this day we can still just chop it up like a day hasn't passed. And I definitely get those vibes from you guys. This ain't our first time doing this. Definitely not gonna be our last time
No.
doing this. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. What was it about Semi Sinatra that when you met him that you caught that vibe?
I mean, everybody, when I got to Atlanta, when I left Charlotte, everybody kept telling me, like, hey, man, this is guy that sing, man. He from Ohio, too. He a big, really what it was, we are big Buckeye crazy fans. Right.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing I heard. They were like, there's another Buckeye out here. We work together, too. And they're like, you guys need to meet, man. He does music as well. He can sing or whatever like that. So I was like, okay. So when I first met him, I just, kind of introduced myself.
Yeah.
We kind of just chopped it up a little bit, and
Yeah.
we kept talking about doing music. But me, I'm going to be honest, I was a little standoffish. That's just my, when you first meet
You
somebody.
have to
you
be
know
in
what I
this
mean?
business. You got to
Yeah.
protect your energy.
So, I was just like, okay, I'm going to see what's up with him.
Yeah.
And then he kept saying, what's up, man? When we going to do the song, man? And then I was like, we going to get it. And then one day he just pulled up on me like, what's up, man? When we going to do the song? Like,
Stop BSing. Let's work.
right. I was like, okay. And then, I went in and that's when we did the record All I Need.
Yeah.
And I had the record, had already had it wrote in my head for 2 years. Just had to wait till it all came together. That's how organic this was. I had that song writ in Charlotte. Just
Wow.
never put it together.
Yeah.
And it was in my head for 2 years. And then I heard the record and I said, okay, this is gonna be dope. So I went in, recorded it, let him hear it. He loved it. He came into the studio, put that little splash of what he does on it, and
We still running with that record right now. It just got added to 10 FM stations starting today.
Man, congratulations.
It was just playing in London just about 2 hours ago.
That's beautiful.
So it's beautiful. Like I tell people, you know, sometimes it just takes time.
It definitely does.
You just got to keep working. So I'm definitely, you know, thankful for that.
Did you know that he could sing when you first met him?
I didn't know he could sing, but I just heard that, you know, he could sing. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people to sing.
There's a lot of people that say people can sing, but they really can't
you know,
sing.
shower singing and stage singing is totally different.
Totally
But this
different.
brother got the stage, and, you know, then I found out he used to be an artist as we got closer.
Yeah.
And he was signed and, you know, everything. So it was just like, oh, okay. So then that's what made us just connect more.
He's got a powerful voice.
Yeah.
You know I'm going to make him sing today.
Oh, man.
You can't come in my house and not sing to me.
I got you.
We gonna do that in a few minutes because like I'm a sucker for R&B. I'm a sucker for people that can sing, men or women, because that's something I wish I could do. I wish I would have at a young age been more into that. So I just anytime someone can sing, they got to come through, and it gives me chills. You know, I just love it.
I got you. Last time I was a little under the weather, but I'm good today.
Okay, he Gucci today.
Right.
So let's fast forward. You know, you guys been working together for about how long?
It's been about 3 years now, ain't it? It's
Yeah.
about 3 years. Yep.
So, Semi Sinatra, throughout them 3 years, man, like, you know, what type of progression have you seen in this guy right here?
Everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At first, I will admit he was a little, you know, I had to humble him down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
His head was a little bigger.
Right. But, you know, I mean, it's natural. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I you know, it's nothing I've never seen before, because when I was an artist, you know, when I started making records and start smelling myself, I was like that. And, you know, I have a mother who always let me know, hold on, I still whoop your butt.
Shout out to Mom Dukes.
Right. Birthday was Tuesday. I love you, Mom.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, yes. And his progression is just more on the business side. He has grown tremendously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like me now, I don't have to do nothing, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But cut the check. You know what I'm saying? He'll set it up. He'll do everything. And his progress has been wonderful.
Man.
Right.
That is beautiful.
Right.
You want to be around somebody that listens, is willing to learn. Bigger Rankin always says, what can you teach somebody who knows everything? Nothing. If they feel like they know everything, then they're not teachable. You don't want to be around someone like that. You want somebody who's going to still soak up the game, and because we are in a business that changes every day.
Exactly.
So you can never feel like you know everything.
No.
We don't. We'll never know everything.
Right.
Working with Semi Sinatra, what have you gained from that?
Like I said, he's like a big brother. You
Yeah.
know, I have a big brother, but you know, I didn't get to grow up with my big brother. You know what I
understood.
mean? So, he's like a big brother. You know what I mean? And like giving me the guidance, like he said. You know, humbling me, learning to keep Sauce to God out the house, and just be Alex in the house. Be Sauce to God when
What's
you need
up,
to be.
Alex?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just more ways than one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just somebody I can talk to, you know, give me advice. You know what I mean? Just kind of like make me look at things totally different.
Yeah.
And, you know, and that's good to have that extra, you know, set of eyes on you
100%.
to let you know, hey, man, we don't need to do this.
Gosh,
you
that
always
is
need
so
that.
important.
Right.
That's
And I
major
think that's what
killer.
a lot of them are missing today. A lot of these artists are missing today. They don't have anybody in their corner that can really, really like, you know, humble them and ground them. And 9 times out of 10, they don't want them to do that.
Right.
They always want a whole bunch of yes men around them. Yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And knowing
They've
that
got pride.
you know what I mean, too much pride, and you're going to, you know, just railroad yourself into a dead end.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a good thing to have good people around you with great energy. And even though, you know, I used to be I'm still a little bit hard-headed, but I mean, I'm getting a lot more knowledgeable and listening more, but it's good to have, you know, extra set of eyes, like I said, to just help you understand things. And, you know, you are never too, you know what I'm saying, big or, you know, great to have someone teach you something.
Absolutely.
And that's just how I look at things now.
And we have to not be afraid to ask people for help either.
Right.
I had to learn that. I had to swallow my pride because I never wanted to ask people for help because I always felt like they would look down on me or less of me. And it took my OG to say, you know, Tampa, it's okay to ask people for help sometimes. Not saying, hey, I need $500. Not that kind of help. I'm talking like, you know, with
It's
your
knowledge.
craft, with your knowledge and
Yeah.
stuff. It's okay. Out of all the things you said that he humbled down a little bit, what was the biggest change, humbling that you've seen in this guy?
Well, we was battling for a minute. It was a situation to where he had to understand I would never tell you nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Because hurting you is like hurting me.
Of course.
I'm invested just as much as you invested. And sometimes when I tell him stuff, he'll be hard-headed about it. But I'm telling him, like, dude, I'm not telling you this to hurt you. I'm
Right.
telling you this to move us forward,
Yeah.
you know, because it's us. You know what I'm saying? So that was a little battle. It wasn't a big battle. But other than that, I mean, he's been great.
Yeah.
I have no issues or nothing. I mean, everything he do, everything we put in front of him to do, he smashes it. So,
Man.
and that's the only thing I can really ask for if you want to know the truth.
That's amazing. I love the progression that you've made. One of the hardest things to do is to swallow your pride per se and humble yourself.
Right.
It's hard to do, especially
Yes.
as an artist, because you want to pop your ish. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Definitely.
You know, but at the same time, humbling yourself makes you more likable.
Right.
Nobody wants to work with an a-hole. I promise you
No,
that.
absolutely not.
And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them out there.
A gang of them, you know what I'm saying? Out of all the songs that you've recorded and put out there, which one of them means the most to you?
Oh my God. It's crazy. Man. I mean,
That's a good question.
that is a great question because I have like some great records.
Yeah.
Right.
What means the most to me? Oh my gosh. At right now, I'm going to say, because I haven't released this record, but as of right now, I'm going to have to say All I Need.
Okay.
It's just because of the attention that it's got.
Yeah.
You know, and it's something that I can play for everybody,
Yeah.
every
Right.
age. I mean, you can turn it on at the cookout. We could turn it on at the wedding reception.
Right.
We could turn it on the radio. It's just that kind of record to where it's like, okay, this is not a 18 to 25-year-old record,
Yeah.
or you know,
It's not boxed in.
Yeah, it's not boxed in. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, from old to new. I mean, young, you know,
Yeah.
can listen to this. So, and it's just the way it came about, and the vision that we have for it. Well, he really put the vision together. I mean,
He's the mastermind.
Yeah, that was my directorial debut.
Yeah, he did all.
I love
that.
it.
So for us to just see that thing grow, like I said, being on the radio, we just got added to 10 FM stations.
Man,
I mean,
congratulations.
you know, just that taking me to the double XL. I mean, it's just different things. Like when
Yeah.
you kind of look back, you just be like, wow. Like, and that's what I really start to think about now is like, all this stuff was just, you know, it was meant to happen like
It's
that.
all God, though.
You know what I mean?
You know
yeah,
that.
like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He
like,
was
and
waiting for you to humble yourself.
Right.
right. And it's like, you can't even, you know what I mean, imagine like, man, like 5 years ago, I was like, I had no clue
Yeah.
that would be, I would be doing this record,
Gosh.
meet him, meet you. I mean, just so many different things that I'm starting to look at it now. Like, these are all God, you know.
It's all God.
All God. Like, it's like, there's no other way for this to happen. Like, I never would have thought, what would I be doing if I never left Columbus, Ohio
Yeah.
10 years ago? I can't even tell you right now, looking hindsight, what would I be doing right now if I lived in Columbus, Ohio right now? I have no clue.
Right.
So that's
neither.
when I know that, like I said, it's
neither.
God. It has to be God. Like, it's
Wow.
like, I don't know what else I would be doing
Absolutely.
at this moment.
Because you are absolutely walking your purpose through this music. Both of you are. This is your passion, but you're also walking your purpose.
Right.
What was the creative space like putting the song together?
It was great because I consider myself an experienced artist.
Yeah.
I like when he sent it to me, I knew it was great. I mean, to me, that song is like soul music.
Yeah.
You know, like he said, it has no boundaries, young, old, middle age, doesn't make any difference, any color. It was real easy. I mean, I basically did my part, in a half an hour maybe?
Yeah,
Like
just
maybe
about
one
somewhere.
text,
Maybe, yeah.
one take rather. And but I'm the type of person, I'm so ambitious. Every song he does, I like.
Yeah.
So everything, I have to slow myself down because I'm like, okay, I like that song. Let's make a video.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, but the creative part was just real easy. It's real easy to do music because you love it.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it's never a job like this job that you're doing in Tampa. This is not work because this is what you love,
I
right?
could be here 24/7 and not
Right.
get tired of it.
Exactly. And that's how I feel about music. I've always been in love with music. Music has basically saved my life. I wouldn't
Yeah.
know what to do without music. So the creative process, it was pretty easy
Yeah.
because it's not a job.
And it's funny because I've heard a lot of people ask artists, if you weren't doing music, what would you be doing? I think that's a really hard question to answer because you don't think about doing anything else.
Right.
No.
Do you have other passions though? You know, besides music? I know you
Oh.
got your clothing brand.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that. Yeah, fashion. I'm starting to like. That's like my baby right now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm starting to kind of like dip and dab with
Because
that.
you got the sauce. You young
Yeah.
sauce. The guy.
So yeah, I'm starting to dip and dab with that a little bit. Acting, that was one of my that's pretty much probably as high as the music.
Yeah.
They kind of go together.
Yeah, absolutely they
You know
do.
what I mean? So acting, I went to school for, radio, television, and sports broadcasting.
Right.
So, I did all that as well. So I just figured like all that to tie into one some kind of way. But, those are the things I'm very, very, very passionate about.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking into getting on that screen and behind the screen.
Yeah.
And just having fun. That's what I want to do.
What about you?
Most of my attention is to make sure he gets on that big screen
Yeah.
and does his stuff. But, real estate, I own a business or two, and I'm trying to own hotels.
There
and
you go.
Restaurants.
Yeah.
And, I just want generational wealth for my children and, their children and their children.
Yeah.
I have the ambition for it, and I'm going to keep doing it.
I know that's right. Hotel is a great one because that's around the clock making money.
Right.
yeah, for sure.
Right.
People checking in and out 2 in the morning, 3 in the
Right.
morning, 10 in the morning.
Right. And that's my ambition. I want
Yeah.
beachfront property. And it's on its way. It's coming.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. This is something that's been on my mind as of lately. Like, none of us are from Atlanta, right? But we
Right.
all came here probably with the same vision, this music business. But at some point in time, I will go back home. I love Atlanta, but this is not going to be where I retire at. I do want to retire back in Florida. That's where I live. Do you guys feel like Atlanta is it for you, or do you think you'll ever move anywhere else?
I've been thinking about that a lot
Yeah.
lately. And I love my hometown. I
Yeah.
love it so much, but that's not going to be.
No, I'm not moving
That's
back
not
to
the
Ohio.
ending.
And
for
I
me.
love
Yeah.
Ohio. I know my people going to be
Yeah.
sitting
Yeah.
here looking. I'm not hating on Ohio. I was
love-
born and raised there.
Yeah.
I'm a Buckeye. But living there is not an option.
Yeah.
Not no more. It's like
Not
once you done, got out and seen the world.
Yeah.
No, that won't be the ending. Probably Florida.
Yeah.
I like Florida.
Florida's a great retirement
I love
state.
Texas.
Florida.
Yeah,
Or
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
Those are the main
Texas.
two I've been thinking about. Florida or Texas might
Yes.
be my next
Right.
destination.
Right.
Absolutely. And from my understanding, I always listen to my OG. Bigger said that Florida and Texas are 2 of the top states that support independent music.
They
Oh
do.
yeah, they do.
They do.
Big time.
I was in Jacksonville for the Georgia-Florida game. We go every year. Duval. Yeah, shout out to Duval.
Yeah.
So I'm in a club, a little like cigar bar,
Yeah.
little thingy. So I was like, I'm going to have them see if they'll play Sauce's music.
Yeah.
So I go up to the DJ, and he looking at me like, who are you? I was like, I want you to play this music. What you got? Let me hear it. So I gave it to him, and he played it all night. And it was not, he didn't ask for no money. He played it at least, we was in there for about 5 hours. He played it like 5 times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. So Florida they'll support you big time.
100%.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like,
And they rocked to that music all night. I was shocked. I didn't have to pay him nothing. I had my wallet out because I was like, I know he's gonna ask for some money.
Yeah.
He listened to it on the ear, in his earphones, and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna play that." And he played it all night.
Man, that is so amazing. How does that make you feel that you can create music that's quality enough that people will play it on a whim?
I mean that was probably the biggest challenge for me as being an artist,
Yeah.
younger artist, stopping and then finding myself and rebranding myself.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that I always used to wonder, was my music good enough
Yeah.
to be competitive with the big dogs of the world.
Right.
And now that I can hear my music on the radio and hear my music on mix shows and in clubs and stuff like that, that lets me know, because as an artist, we're harder on ourselves than
Course.
anybody. Like, they'll listen to it and I'll listen to it totally different from the way they're listening to it.
Absolutely.
So that was one of the biggest challenges. But now it just feels amazing that,
Yeah.
okay,
You right there with them.
I can hang with them.
You're
You know what I mean?
putting out quality music that way. If they drop a Jeezy record in the club, YoungSauce'DaGod can come right behind it, and there's gonna be no drop off.
Right. So yeah, it just feels great that that the people receive that well.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very happy and excited about that. So
That's amazing. What is your favorite song to perform?
I'm gonna probably say "On the Way."
Okay.
It's a record.
That's my favorite song.
Tell us about it. Why is that your favorite to perform?
It's just something about the melody. It's letting people know that I'm coming. It's kind of just like a almost like a just an introduction.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what
a
I mean?
vibe.
It's a vibe. It gives you that, and it kind of gives you that. It's funny because I performed it last year at your event.
Yes, you did.
And as soon as I got done performing it, people coming off to me
Coming
like-
up to you,
like,
yeah.
yo, this is dope, man. Are you from Texas? And it's funny, I get that a lot now. I've never stepped foot in that state ever in my
So
life.
funny.
And so many people from Texas. I mean, I have family and cousins down there and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But they're like, man, are you sure you ain't never been to Texas? Are you sure you ain't from Texas? I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, man. They like, but you know, they was just like, yo, this will go crazy down
Yeah.
there. Like, and they was just like, you know, it just feels good. I just like that record. It's a good vibe. He loved it from the first time. He was in the studio as I was making it.
Yeah. Right.
And when he heard it, he was like, man, this is it.
That is a
And
go.
shout out to Bigger Rankins, because after you performed, he said, "Who? My goodness."
Yeah,
He was like, "It's been people up here performing, but I think this is the biggest and the best performance up here."
absolutely.
So big shots up to Big Boy.
Yeah. Shout out to Bigger Rankin for
Yeah.
that. OG,
Yes,
what's
sir.
going on?
And the one thing about Bigger that I know wholeheartedly, he will give it to you real.
Yeah. And that's why it was so important, and I loved it, because it was people who was performing. And he was like, "Well, all right, next," because he'll let you know in a minute. All right, next.
Right.
But he gave Sauce big time props after he performed.
Absolutely.
And that means a lot when somebody who been in the game that long gives you props like that.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
And the people that he's worked with are some of my favorites. Like
Absolutely.
Jeezy
Right.
and
Yeah.
Dolph and all. It's just like, okay, you know, you definitely pay attention.
Free
That's
my
what
bro Lucci.
Yeah, Lou, free him.
Where do you see yourself going with your music? And I'll elaborate a little bit. Some artists, if it makes sense, they desire to sign to a major label. Some of them want to stay independent. Have you thought about that?
You know what? Me and him was just talking about this the other day. It's like, in the beginning, that was the aspiration.
Yeah.
But as, the time is going on, I'm seeing a lot of things. And, as I'm learning more and, getting more knowledge, I'm just like, it would probably take a lot for me to do that. It would have to take and it would have to be kind of something that I agree to.
Yes.
Right.
There would be no, pulling strings around here. I'm a grown man.
I
You
know
what
that's right.
So I won't be doing funny things. I'm just gonna live it like that. We are not going to say anything wrong. Right. We will not be doing funny things or wearing funny things.
Yeah, it
This is what it is. I'm a grown man.
It got to be right.
It's got to be right.
If
So
it's
at
not
this
right,
point, I mean, I like what me and him doing,
Right.
I
So
agree.
We independent, we rocking, we control the way we want to do it.
Right.
And I just can't see someone coming in telling me how to do something that I created.
Absolutely.
You've done nothing.
That's right.
I'm doing all the work. All you're doing
to
is
be
just
honest,
giving me the resources.
And to be honest, we really don't need you.
No,
to be
you're-
honest,
Not at this point, no.
and like that's the trick of it. Industry labels make it think that you need us.
Yes.
I mean, nowadays with the internet and social media, Tampa, you don't really need them.
I
So,
agree.
Unless you come in with the right funds
Yeah.
and completely 100% with our ideas,
Yeah.
don't call.
That's right.
And
We're not answering.
no, we're not
No,
answering.
we don't
Straight
need to.
voicemail. And,
D&D.
yeah, and we've been in situations to where we've been at label meetings, and at the end of the day, I'm not, because we have our own studio.
Yeah.
We have our own directors. We have our own everything.
Yeah.
So only thing you can do is get paid.
That's right.
So if you're just gonna get paid, you're not gonna make really any decisions. I know it's gonna be a situation. A lot of people don't want to give up money, and they're not, influencing the product. I
Right.
understand that, but unless you are completely a partner,
Yeah.
don't call.
Absolutely. That's what people should be seeking is more partnerships.
Right.
That way you still have creative control over what it is that you want to do. You can release your music when you want to. You, like you said, you're a grown man.
Yeah.
You don't want another grown man telling you
Right.
when you can release your song.
Right.
Like,
It's just not happening.
No, like I couldn't work like that.
Right.
You want a team. Not someone like your boss per se telling you what you can do.
Right. And it's funny because I seen something. Remember that I sent it to you the other night. I seen something Cassidy had said. He had just did a recent interview.
Yeah.
And it just stuck out to me. And he said, more mature artists or lyricist artists.
Yeah.
He said it's funny because a lot of record labels tend to stay away from them because they know as being a lyricist, you have to be deep.
Yeah.
You have to be
100%.
deep. You have to understand a lot of things that's going on.
Right.
And a lot of times they don't want that.
No.
You know what I mean? And it's just the way of the world. And there's no knock on our younger youth or not,
Right.
but you're still growing.
Yeah.
You don't understand everything. Once you become to a certain age and been through a lot of things, certain things in your life, you can't pull the blindfold over my face.
Right. And
You know what I mean?
Let me piggyback on that also. When you're a certain age, fame is probably your priority.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
And we're not interested in that.
We're not in that.
No.
I mean, it's
over.
good to be recognized and acknowledged and the whole 9 yards, but we about to check.
Yeah. I'm
And,
100% with you on that.
We want to make the best music for
Yeah.
you. We're going to make sure you do everything, make love, dance, think, everything. We're going to make sure you do all that. But at the end of the day, we really don't care about the fame.
I agree.
We just want to make the best music and get the best check.
Yes.
And that's where we are. in that mindset.
Absolutely. Because really, at the end of the day, like when you become big and famous, we'll say like as a Drake or a Jay-Z or whoever, your life is never the same. You can't go anywhere
Right.
without people mobbing. I wouldn't want that. I want to be able to go to Walmart and grocery shop and people ain't bothering the heck out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we still getting to the money.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Just
definitely.
behind the scenes a little bit more.
And that's why he wanted me over here. Because at first I was like, no. I'm not interested. That's you. I will support you 1,010%.
Yeah.
But I want to be in the backstage. Because like you said, I want to be able to go take a lady on a date to a movie.
Right.
And I got, before the movie over with, I'm still signing autographs.
Taking photos.
Right.
Which is great because, I mean, it's good. But some days, you know, like I told myself, when we get there, I'm going to have everything I love in my home.
There you go.
So
Exactly.
I won't have to
You
come
won't have to
outside
leave.
if I don't want to. So
Right.
only time I do, you know, if I feel like it. So, but yeah, you know, it's just a weird concept of it all. But yeah, we about to check. We ain't about to fame, you know, and we just here to make the best music possible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say has been one of the most important decisions you've made for your music?
Oh, that's a good question. To be myself, you know, to put my vision out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, be you, be the authentic you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't, you know, okay, well, they doing this, so let me do this, or they're doing that, no, let me do that. I'm doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I see that is actually the way it should have always been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know they always tell you, know, music changes with time and stuff like that. And, you know, we'll sprinkle a little bit of, you know, what's going on, because, I mean, that's just, you know, music is always evolving, but stay true to you.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing for me, just staying true to myself and understanding, having the confidence to know, like, you know, it's gonna take some time, but being yourself is gonna feel a whole lot better than you putting on this mask,
A facade.
You know what I mean?
Every day.
Every day, like,
that'll wear you out.
because you'll get tired of that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean, it's like acting.
Right.
You know,
It's like telling a lie.
Yeah,
You
you-
have to remember what you said. I don't have time for that.
Yeah. Right.
But if you live your truth, you ain't got to remember this facade that you got to put on for everybody. One thing I've been really big on lately is just taking it back to the basics.
That's what it is.
Take it back to the basics. The fundamentals of this music business is not dead. That's where it's at.
Right.
And what's the name of your album, Sauce?
Back to the basics. I'll get it out right now. See,
All platforms.
it was a way of life.
Thank
it was
you,
just,
Tampa, for that plug.
Great plug. Great segue
plug.
into that. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
But that's what I was telling everybody. Like, it's just not a, you know, it just wasn't a song title.
Yeah.
It was mainly just saying, you know, no matter what you do, no matter how much things change.
You can set it up against here if you want. I'm not going to be moving that. If you want to just prop it up there.
All right. No matter how things change or whatever, you're always going to have the basics.
100%.
Those they never fade away.
No.
They never go anywhere.
Right.
You might try to tuck them away, put them in a box, whatever you're trying to do. But those basic core values will always be there.
That's right.
And that's the reason why I just named the project Back to the Basics.
Right.
Because I was like, you know what? We need to get back to
the basics. 100%.
You know, DJ, shout out to DJ Chill Will. I can't Valdosta. We coming down there next to go jump on his podcast too.
Right.
But you know, Chill Will, man, he was one of the first ones that reached out to me. He was like, yo, I love your project.
Yeah.
I would love to host it. That's why I said I wanted to do it that way.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any artists in a while actually have a DJ host it.
Right,
But
absolutely.
as you see right now, what is DJ Drama doing again?
Right, absolutely.
He's bringing back the
Gangsta
Gangsta Grills. You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? You see how things are happening? Like, it's just
Taking
coming
it back to the basics.
Right.
I mean, I remember when I was young, my mom would always say that, you know, time repeats itself. And it does with fashion.
Yes.
And I think it's getting back to that within this music business because people are learning that quick, fast come up is not the way to go. It's not sustainable. It don't last.
Yeah, it doesn't last.
Right.
Microwave.
You get the artists like, okay, we'll say Big Gibb as an example. He was here. Well, he's 49 years old, still relevant making music because he followed the basics, the ground rules.
Yes.
It wasn't in a quick, fast come up era. Let me ask you this, and we may have discussed this before, and I like asking this question, and give me your honest answer. Okay. If social media went away tomorrow, there was no more Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, would you still do music?
Absolutely, because I caught the tail end of it
Yeah,
anyway before
right.
we really got into the social media. That would actually be great to me. I mean, it's smooth because it's easier for you just to post and you can reach a lot more people, which was a smart idea.
Of course.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can never take that away from it,
Right.
but I came from that on the tail end of, being out in the street and having, the CD game.
Guerrilla marketing.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Out the trunk, we hitting the gas stations, we in the street, we at the clubs, whatever. Like, I came from that.
Yeah, me
So
too.
that's great too, because you could, and if you think about it, some of these smaller cities that doesn't have that outreach like that,
Right.
They still kind of work that way.
100%.
They might have had a CD, but they got something where they're still out there with them flyers.
Yeah.
You still got to go hit the club and go talk to the DJ. He don't want you to hit him on Instagram and all that.
Right.
Come see me at the club,
Come
man.
shake my hand,
Come
dap
shake
me
my
up.
hand. Talk to me. Introduce yourself.
Right.
Hey man, you need a drink. You got to know how to build these relationships,
Build
and
a
there's
relationship.
still like that in certain areas of the world.
I agree.
So I'm definitely all for that.
Do you think that pressing up CDs is a lost art, or do you think it's still relevant?
That's a great question. I'm going to say is a lost art.
Yeah.
Because the way it's structured now, because I remember when I had my own CD, I had 150 CDs in a box, and I was at the Walmart, I was at the Chevron selling them. Now I was filling my gas tank up, and some girl, she was like, "You just look like you somebody. Are you in music?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She had what's them things where you be at the restaurant, they don't got the menu no more. You got to scan it on your phone.
Oh yeah.
She
QR
had
code.
that with all her music.
Oh, the QR code joint.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, that's where we are now.
Yeah.
So, the CD thing, I don't even think they put CDs in cars no more, do they?
Yeah. Most of the newer vehicles
Right,
don't
'cause
have
I
a CD
have one in
player.
my car.
Right.
Right. So I think it's, pretty dead. I remember Quincy Jones said he seen his first CD in 1968.
Wow.
So, what I'm saying? Look how far that has been.
Yeah.
So now I think CDs, unfortunately, because I got a whole stack of them of old music,
Yeah.
is really obsolete now.
Do you think that because CDs has become somewhat obsolete, like you mentioned, you would be out there passing out CDs, selling them out your trunk? A lot of the older artists, not old, but that are not 21, artists that are maybe in my age bracket, that's what they did. They sold CDs out their trunk. Do you think that now that we got social media and the DSPs, it's made a lot of these young artists lazy?
Absolutely. Because to be honest with you, Tampa, you could just listen to the music
Yeah.
and see his laziness.
Right.
Some of these people, God bless them. I want everybody to make their money. I'm not hating. I'm far
No, of
from a
course.
hater.
We're just being honest.
But some of these people, you can just, I like special artists.
Yeah.
The Nita Bakers, the LL Cool J,
Yeah.
the Beyoncés. You can't get Beyonce at the Wendy's drive-thru.
Right.
Some of these artists, you could just pull out the Wendy's drive-thru and be like, you're an artist.
Yeah.
And to me, I really think that's disrespectful
Yeah.
to the craft.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Facts.
when you work hard, and it been plenty of times when I used to do music, I'd be in the studio for a week.
Yeah.
And yay, nay on my music, yay, nay, I'm going to keep this one, I'm going to lose that one. But nowadays, it's just like easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I really think the industry is structured for it to be that way.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? It just, absolutely. To your question, yes. I
Yes.
think they have become lazy to their craft. Because, when I get with him, I tell him, let's not think about a year from now.
Right.
Let's think about 10 years from now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I want this guy to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Okay,
And he will be.
That's my goal for him.
Yeah.
Not getting a couple dollars, and then next thing you know, you on Unsung.
Right.
What happened to you?
Has been.
You know what I'm saying? What happened to you? You know what I'm saying? And I'm shout out to some of them people who was on Unsung. Wasn't has been. I don't want them to come at me. But I'm just simply saying. But that's my goal.
Right.
It's a legacy.
Yeah.
Not a right now. You know what I'm saying? So
A Michael Jackson type
right,
legacy.
Right. I don't want to be that big. Michael Jackson had to wear costumes. But
Mask,
but yeah, I understand what you're
Long
trying to
after
say.
you're gone, your
Right.
music is still
Right.
going to be a
Right.
household
Right.
name. People are still going to vibe to it. Okay, so I got one more question because you sing.
Right.
Out of all the genres of music, absolutely R&B is my number one love.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? I like the trap music. I like some of the new drill music, even though it's a little rough.
Right.
But R&B is my love.
Me too.
Do you feel like R&B is going to make a strong comeback like it did in the 90s and early 2000s?
Yes. But they're going to take somebody monumental
Yeah.
to come. Not an artist.
Yeah.
A mogul.
Okay.
An executive.
Got you.
Who's serious about it.
Yeah.
Because that, to me, I love hip hop, and stuff like that, but the foundation to me has always been R&B.
Yeah. I agree.
The Jodeci's,
Yeah.
the Boys the Men's, the Joes, you know what I'm saying? And it's just phenomenal genre of music.
Man.
Like, like I'm a type of person, I'll get in my car and I'll drive. It's been plenty of times I'll look up and be like, darn, 10 miles to New Orleans. But I do that occasionally because it gets my mind racing.
Yeah.
How to be a better man,
Yeah.
a better executive, a better businessman, father, etc. And I just pop in that music.
Yeah.
Isley Brothers.
Oh, yeah. Timeless.
Timeless. And you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really around for the Isleys, but I had aunts and my moms.
Of course.
That Saturday morning cleanup time.
Yeah.
Get your butt up and clean. My mom, you pop on that music, and it was just great. I mean, it was just packed. I wouldn't know what I'd be doing, or I don't even think I'd be alive if it wasn't for R&B music.
Man.
And it's just a great form. And, if I'm working out, if I'm just sitting there, I'm listening to music.
It's so funny. The same year that I got pregnant with my son was the same year that the song Knockin' Boots came out. So I was like, I just know that he came from that song. I was knocking some boots.
Oh, my God. And shout out to Dino, God rest his soul.
Yeah, God rest his soul.
Because he is one of the most underrated vocalists
100%
in the history of R&B.
I agree.
music.
That just gave me chills because it's the truth.
I mean, he used to sing his behind off, and what was great about him, his voice was original.
Man, it was
he didn't
so
sound
pure.
like anybody. It was like a pure, strong, dirty. Because, he
kind of had that gritty type.
And it was beautiful.
Yeah, they had that raspiness to him, and I love that.
And you know what I'm saying? It was just, shout out to him, God rest his soul. He was one of my favorite vocalists of all time.
Absolutely, 100%. What was your favorite H-Town song that you're going to sing for us right now? You like how I did that?
Man, it was so many because, like I said, I was a big fan of H-Town and Dino. Special Food. That wasn't a single, but that was a jam. That was the bomb. Lick You Up.
Okay.
That was my bomb too. That was a love making song too. Boy, you pop that on your percentage went up a lot.
It's going down. You put that song on.
Lick You Up back when? What was that? Like 94, 93?
It had to have been. It was definitely early mid-90s.
And Baby I Wanna, which was on that same album. It was the last song on there. They had a video for that. And that was one of the songs Dino sung that throat out. That boy was the bomb digging.
So which one you gonna sing for us? Do you know the lyrics?
No, I don't.
Which song do you know from the 90s era that you know that you can sing? Because I want you to showcase your voice real quick.
Okay.
It's so powerful.
Okay, I'll give you some.
He said, okay.
There you go.
I should have warmed up. But, her smile, she was so beautiful. The way she held me in her arms made me feel so young. Hey, that was a little high five.
Man, let me tell you something. When did you discover that you could sing like that?
I was in kindergarten.
Okay.
And I was singing. You remember LTD with Jeffrey Osborne?
Yeah.
What we have is much more than. And I was putting my little, because it was cold in Ohio. You had to take off 17 layers of clothes when it was snowing. So I just started singing it, and my teacher, Miss Urick, I'll never forget that. This woman, this was so long ago, but I remember that teacher. She was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know. What am I doing?" So she was like, "Sing that again." And ever since then, I've been singing ever since. And this was kindergarten.
Gosh, that's a God gift right there. Like, because there's a lot of people who just don't have that natural voice. Like, I wish I could sing.
Thank you, Tampa.
If there was anything that I wish I could add to my resume in this world, it would be that I could sing like how you just did.
Thank you.
It's amazing. You have an amazing, just organic voice. I love it.
Thank you very much. And he trying to get me to do an EP.
You should, please.
Which I've done some songs.
Please.
I tried to send you something, but it wouldn't work out. Remember I was like, I got some music, I want to send it to you, but I guess it wouldn't collaborate with her email for her to listen to it. But, you know, I'm
better figure it out.
Yeah, I'm going to figure it out. But I want to give a shout out to Tampa, though. Because, you know, I'm going to come over here and hijack your show.
That's fine.
I'm going to be the interviewer.
That's fine.
And my first guest is going to be you.
Okay, let's do it.
Because you know you're big. You're spectacular.
I appreciate
You're
it.
phenomenal.
Thank you.
And you know what I'm saying? You have haters. Do you know that?
I know I do.
And, you know, we met once. What was this, about a year ago downtown? Homeboy?
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't work with him due to that. Because, you know, I don't even like saying that word.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Right.
But you're phenomenal.
I appreciate
this
it.
situation that you got going, you in bigger ranks, big up to him. It's phenomenal.
I appreciate
And you
it.
my family.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? And you're big time. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to hijack this show.
That's fine. Let's do it.
I'm going to be the host.
Right.
I would love that.
Because I know people want to know your likes, your dislikes, your, you know what I'm saying? And big up to your son, got married.
Yes, he did.
And what, a 2 year, a year and a half, 2 years
It's been
now?
a little over a year now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Big up to him and married, beautiful wife.
Yes. She's
And,
amazing.
Don't think I don't be following you.
I appreciate it.
And you're just wonderful, and
Yeah.
you need to be saluted. And I'm gonna come over here, and people want to know when you big time like Tampa. People want to know your dislikes and what you're interested in, and build your legacy. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know
Big
what's
time.
so funny, and I appreciate that because I never get to sit on the other side.
Right.
But anytime I hear about someone saying someone hated on you, 9 times out of 10 it's a guy. I'm like,
It was.
that's weird to me.
It was. I'm not gonna go into the details.
Of course not. I don't even
but-
want to know. But
it was weird.
it's weird to me that a man hates on a woman. Like who?
Right.
Like
But that's not a man.
that's not a man.
That's not a man.
No, you a sucker.
But it pissed me
Well.
off. It pissed me off because it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about, yeah, we can do this for you, and blase blah Tampa, and I'm like, and we walked out of there. I said, I am not working with him.
Yeah.
And Sauce was like, did you hear what he said? I said, yeah, like Tampa's like family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my homegirl.
That was the straw that broke
And
the
I never
camel's
spoke
back.
to him again. Straight voicemail. And then when I realized the number, it was blocked.
Yeah.
Because, dude, it's enough for everybody.
Absolutely.
You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? And it's so sad that certain people don't understand that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they don't want to see you come into another city and do your thing.
Right.
That's
What
really
you're doing.
what it boils down to.
What you're doing.
But I ain't never stepped on nobody's toes.
Right.
Just like you guys. You guys
Never.
came here and you're working hard. You're
Right.
not stepping on anybody's toes. And I'm pretty
Right.
sure there's people out here who are gritting their teeth when they see what you guys are doing.
Sucking their teeth.
Yeah.
Beatboxing.
Yeah.
Like they just ate a thing of lemons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Facts,
Sour.
facts. Yeah.
Feel free to hate on me.
I know that's
Because
right.
there's nothing you can do to stop all this magnificence.
Absolutely
There's
not.
nothing you can do.
Never.
Just mean we popular.
But just keep watching.
That's right.
Because we're going to keep doing it.
Yep, we
in
gonna
your
keep
face.
knocking it down for sure.
Unapologetic.
Unapologetically
Right.
just do you,
Right.
man. That's what it boils down to. At the end of
Right.
the day, you just got to continue to do you. Because no matter if you're doing good, bad, or somewhere in between, somebody's always going to have something negative
Right.
to say.
Right. And that's one thing that I tell artists who want me to manage them,
Yeah.
good or bad, when you're dead, they're going to be talking about you in a negative
Of course. 100%.
Got to get that skin tough
Yeah.
and keep it moving
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, that clock don't stop.
That's right.
That sun going to set and that sun going to rise.
Right.
No matter what anybody's saying about you. It's great to get the positives, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you got to look yourself in the mirror and that clock don't stop moving. So when people talk about you, it is what it is.
I think it boils down to is they're just threatened by your
Right.
presence. Like
Right.
you're dominating what you do unapologetically. You're not hurting nobody to get where you want to go. People are threatened by that.
Right. And it's sad, but you know, it is what it is.
It
That's
is
just
what
the way
it
the
is.
life it is.
Period.
That's how life is. But
We don't think about them folk.
no, we do not. No, we do not. We can keep pushing.
So what's next for you guys? You know, I know you out here moving and shaking. What can
Oh
we expect
man!
next?
Well, let me go ahead and get these this shout out. We got some big plugs we got because they on the
Right.
live going crazy. Shout out to my brother, Mr. 365.
Right.
We are on the No Cosign tour.
Yes.
No Cosign tour starting April 21st in
Congratulations.
our hometown of Columbus,
Ohio.
Ooh.
So if you ain't got your tickets right, look at that.
I got so excited.
If you don't have your tickets, go get your tickets right
Right.
now. April 21st, the Cosign tour, Columbus, Ohio, Eclipse Ultra Nightlife Lounge, April 21st.
Right. Then we in Cincinnati.
We got Cincinnati
Okay.
on the way.
Then we got Charlotte.
Charlotte.
And then we going to end up where, Sauce?
ATL.
That's right.
That's coming back. Shout out to 96.1 Jams out there in Nashville, Tennessee. My boy Damon Ritchie.
Damon Ritchie?
He been playing my record, All I Need, on the radio out there. So I want to give him a big shout out. He's on the check-in. That's just what, we got that going on. Like I said, we got the Who Am I collection. We brought you some party favors.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, let's go ahead and switch this camera angle over here so we
Yeah.
can show it off on this one. So you guys got your shirts on.
Yep.
Yeah, we got them on,
I got one too. This thing is so dope.
Yes,
Talk to us about this brand right here, like a spinoff from your song.
Dope. Yeah, for sure. Who Am I is a record that's out right now, all platforms. Make sure you go get that.
YouTube it. Video phenomenal.
Video, shout out by Ream Graphics. He did a phenomenal job on that.
Yeah.
We kind of took the idea from what we were just talking about off camera when we were talking about doing the performance.
Yeah.
thing. I did a video that way.
Oh, okay. I love that.
You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
just doing the freestyle. Like, no, I did an actual video that
That's
way.
dope.
Right.
So I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So I brought it to him, showed him what the guy could do,
And I always want to do videos.
and he always wants to shoot videos. So that
The piggyback, not to cut you off,
No, you
but
got it.
this song is so powerful. Who Am I? It's so powerful song. And, we could have did the regular with the girls
Yeah.
and all that. But I told Sauce this trip, no. I want people to understand what you're saying,
Yes.
what you are saying.
Yes.
I want the spotlight to be on you.
Yep.
And we want you to bring it. And that's exactly what he did. The video is phenomenal. Like he said, it's on all platforms. Big record. I mean, and then we said, let's make merchandise.
Yeah.
More money. You get it? And we can't keep these shirts. Every time we get shirts, people like, Facebook, Instagram.
Like hotcakes.
Right. Hotcakes spilling. But it is a big record. Everybody go out there, support. YouTube, everything. Spotify, we everywhere, right?
Yeah. It was just a great idea, and I just sat back one day and I said, "Who am I?"
Right.
It came to my head. I said, "You know what? Maybe I should make some merch with
Yeah.
Who Am I?" and say, so when people keep seeing, well, who's this guy that keeps wearing this Who Am I stuff? Great marketing tactic.
100%.
It's kind of like what Mike Jones did.
Yeah.
Back. Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Just kept doing that, and I just kind of took a spin of that.
Right.
Added my own sauce onto it. Said, "Let's do it."
Right.
Put it together. And I was glad that it worked the way it's
It
working.
worked big time.
You know what I mean?
You can't
And
keep these shirts.
You can't keep the shirts.
And it's for everybody because Tampa, when you wear it, people won't be like, dang, who am I?
Listen, I think it really goes and ties in with what we were talking about, taking it back to the basics. We have to sometimes stop and think, who am I? Like, because we
Exactly.
change, we evolve. We have to take it back to the basics, understand who we are. We have to love on ourselves first.
Yep.
And it's a great conversation piece.
Yeah, and that's what I came up with. So when people say, "Who am I?"
You got the trucker hat. Is that what they call it? A trucker hat?
trucker hat.
Yeah.
You know, we got those as well. I got the pants. We got the summer and spring collection. I just
For
posted it.
females too.
Nice.
So we got the
Your little
the
shorts
purple,
on,
the green, the
little
yellow,
short, the halter tops. We're gonna have it all.
and that's another way we're gonna go into. It's another collection. I'm getting ready to start from another record title
Yeah.
called Pressure.
I love it.
Right.
So, a lot of people say pressure now.
It's pressure, yeah.
So I'm getting ready to start another spinoff of this. This is still going to be going.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start another collection called the Pressure Collection, and we'll have the Pressure for Women collection. So, it's getting ready to be summertime.
Yeah.
Y'all want to put your little shorts on, and I know what y'all want to do.
Right.
So I'm going to make sure I capitalize off of that as well. I'm in the works with that right now.
Summer dresses.
Yes.
They want to see them thighs, ladies.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So
Nothing wrong with the
I want
thighs.
to make sure everybody has what they need. So,
Socks. What about socks?
You know what?
Please.
You just gave me an idea.
Right.
Then we're going to have to jump into the sock game.
Right.
It's summertime's coming, fellas, they'll be wearing the socks
Right.
and have it maybe even coming down. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like that would
Okay,
be hard.
okay.
Some black socks with white writing. I would wear those.
Okay. Yep, that's we about to get that going right now.
Boom.
We got to get you on that.
Yeah.
Website for it to be up soon.
Yeah,
Okay.
website. We're working on the website right now. But right now, we're just doing it back to the basic way, baby.
Yeah.
You put your order in on DM me, whatever, via Cash App, Zelle, whatever you got.
Yeah.
We'll
Right.
get you your order. I'll get it right back to you. I'm faster than UPS.
Right.
I get it to you.
Pull up on you.
Right. I got that. If I have to mail it out of state, I got your tracking number for you. I screenshot it. Because
Everything.
I'm a consumer as well.
Of course.
And I understand how people want their stuff. Hey, where's my merchandise at?
Right.
We're in the merchandise business. So I want to make
Facts.
sure I keep that, that warm
Yeah.
rapport with people.
Nobody wants to wait 3 weeks to get their shirt.
No. And that makes me remind me I have a lot of orders I got to mail out tomorrow.
Don't bother him tomorrow.
Right.
He gotta
First
get
thing
the
in the
mailing.
morning, I got everybody got their orders. I got you. They already boxed up, ready to go. Post off as soon as you open up in the morning. I'm in there.
See, a lot of people don't understand, being a small business owner or entrepreneur, like a lot of stuff you got to do yourself, packaging it up, going to the post. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. And I understand that now. I'm like, just by, me buying stuff. And now I'm looking back like, dang, I got to do this. And I want people to feel good.
Yeah.
So I'm packaging it correctly. I'm not just putting your shirt in.
There you go.
We got to package it.
Yeah, you brought it in nice, a plastic sleeve,
You know
all
what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah.
I got the little thing. I got thank you little slips I put in there because I want people to, understand that, I take pride in this.
Right.
And thank you for supporting me.
100%.
So I'm going to make sure you have that same feeling back. You're going to keep coming back and keep coming back. You're going to tell your friends, your family members, everything else, and we're going to keep growing this thing.
Yeah.
That's what it's just all about, all around when just business.
My mom said she want a summer dress. I want a summer dress with that on there. I'm like, oh my God.
And the thing too is common courtesy and good customer service really goes a long,
It does.
long,
Yes, it
long
does.
way.
Yes.
And why it does, because there's a lot of people that's doing this. And you see people like Nike, Reebok, and et cetera doing stuff. But the best thing to put yourself on the other side of it is customer service.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what sets a lot of people apart.
Right.
Really, because, I get people, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this, that will approach me, we'll say on Instagram. They don't even greet you. They just drop a link on you. No, hey, how you doing? My name is TampaMystic. Nice to meet you. Would you have time to check out my song? Now, if you come to me like that, I might check it out. But if you just dump a link on me, don't introduce yourself, don't greet me, I'm deleting that joint.
Spamming. We call it
It's
spamming.
spam. It's no different than when you have a merch or whatever. You got to provide that warm customer service.
Right.
Make them know that you appreciate that piece of business.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Even if they spend $5 with you, whatever it is,
Yes.
they didn't have to spend their money with you.
Yeah.
That is dope. So they can hit you on DM.
Yep, DM,
Instagram.
at YoungSauce'DaGod. Facebook, I have my government on there. I just use it. Alex Dover. Just all platforms, other platforms, Sauce to God, but mainly those are the main two that I'm working right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got the website is being designed. I want to make sure it's right before we drop it.
Yeah.
So we just gonna do it the old school way right now.
Back to the basics.
It still works the same way, but eventually, once we get up and going and get more product and merchandise and stuff like that, we definitely have to have the website. Right.
Do you have Back to the Basics merch?
That was another idea that I was getting ready
You
to start.
should, 'cause-
I started it when I did it. I just had got one for me.
Yeah, I got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what? I was already thinking that as well. So I'm going to kind of put something together for that as well. I want to have different
I think so, because really, like, I feel like I've seen a shift in the music industry lately, and it's a lot of people are, especially people that are a little, like not 20-year-old. I'm talking like 30 and over are taking it back to the basics because they understand that's what works.
Right.
You ain't got to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
You know, so I think a brand like that would do well. As I would wear it for sure.
Okay.
Most
We'll
definitely.
be getting that as well.
Are you guys adding any more stops to your tour potentially?
Yes, we are. I think we got Nashville. That's for Damon Ritchie 96.1 Jams. They're working out the details right now, trying to get that locked in. We're looking at I think Cleveland, Orlando.
Okay.
What else? Probably somewhere in Alabama.
Birmingham, wasn't it?
I think Birmingham as well.
would be a great
I think
stop.
Birmingham, we're going to add that as well.
Columbus, GA too.
Yeah.
They got
Matter
a
of
nice
I gotta
music
get-
out there.
Yeah. Shout out to Nick the Kid at Foxy 105.
Yeah.
He has been playing my record. What up, boy? You know how we rock.
Right.
I need to get with you, and we need to probably put that together as well. Because, like I said, the way we're going to do the tour is instead of just giving you 20 back-to-back nights.
Right.
No, we're not going to do that. We're going to kind of switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to give you like maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Maybe take a few weeks off.
Yeah.
Then go give you another 4 or 5 to keep it fresh. Because, sometimes if you just go on a tour and let's say you got 70 cities,
You're going to burn yourself
you're going
out.
to burn yourself out that way.
Yeah.
But if you just kind of, just spoon feed them a little bit at a time.
Right.
4 cities, okay, we might take a month off.
Yeah.
Then come back and give you another 4 or 5 and then take another and kind of like spread this thing all the way from, like I said, we're getting ready to start on April 21st. We're going to run all the way through the summer.
Yeah.
And like I said, then we can get into the fall months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we can keep that thing fresh where we can stay on tour for probably, the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So that's what we're kind of working on right now, as much as the clothing. Who Am I is out right now. All I Need is out right now.
Pressure's out right now.
Pressure's out right now.
We got a
Back
big
to the
record.
Basics is out right now.
We got a big record coming this summer.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
Super.
that.
It's going to tear up the whole summer.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
let you hear. I gave it to you a
Yes.
little while ago. I gave you a little snippet of it. You
Yeah.
said this definitely work in the club.
Absolutely.
So it's coming. Like I said, I don't even want to leak it yet. I'm not telling nobody what
It's
the
not
name
their
is.
business yet. Y'all gotta stay tuned.
But it's definitely going to be something special that's going to probably just take it all the way out of here.
Do you find yourself with the music that you're creating now that, you know, you're mature, you're a grown man? Do you find that the music that you're creating now is more like you're coming out with more clean music per se?
Absolutely. Just because you want to make sure it's not, you don't want to have to, beep every 2 words.
Right, absolutely.
You can't play the record. Like, it's just a
that
waste of time.
sucks. Just re-record it clean if you got to do that.
Right. And I did that one time. I didn't like it. That's why I said from now on, when I'm writing or creating music, I'm going to kind of switch words around that I wouldn't usually say, because sometimes I went back in with Who Am I, and I tried it, but I had already recorded that record like a year ago.
Yeah.
So it didn't come, the same energy's not there
Of
when
course.
you record it.
Absolutely.
He sent it to me, and I said no.
Right.
I was like, just have him clean it up because it wasn't the same passion.
Yeah,
Right.
understood.
You know what I'm saying?
So I had to clean the original one that we had already
Right,
done.
understood.
And because I don't like to re-record. Like, even when we had to do On the Way, that's a lesson that I learned.
never gonna sound the
just
same.
get it done while you're in there that day.
Right.
Because I had to go back and do that record
Yeah.
over, but it was just more so. That one came out a lot better because
Yeah.
I only really had to just kind of touch up the hook.
Yeah.
I kind of left the verses and everything else the same way. He just kind of played with, and I didn't cuss that much anyway.
Yeah.
So it was just like, okay, it's a lot better. So yeah, as you get older, you start to do that because it's more easier for you just play the record,
Absolutely.
Plus,
beep
you
out
want
a couple
grandma to
words.
listen.
You know, you don't
You
want to be
want
saying that,
auntie to
grandma.
listening.
Yeah,
You want
absolutely.
grandma.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because my grandmother, I was over my aunt's house, and she like, baby, let me hear all the music. And I'm like, I don't know, grandma. There's a couple of them. I was like, it's a little cussing.
A little vulgar here and
I
there.
just want to see. And she got up and walked off. That's just a little bit too much cussing for me. She into that Bobby Blue Bland and all that.
Right. So
Yeah, I was just curious because I think that as you get more seasoned in the business, you understand that you got to make your music more marketable.
Right.
definitely,
It's a learning process.
yeah,
That way you
Definitely.
don't want to have to get ready. You want to be ready
always.
all the time.
And that's one of my favorite things to listen to anyway. Is
Yeah.
older, mature music,
Yeah.
oldies but goodies.
Yeah.
What they like to call them, love R&B.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been starting this little new live thing I'm doing like almost every other night when I'm going home. Like I get on the freeway, I play the old school jams.
There you go.
I don't
Makes you
show
feel
me.
good.
I just show me driving on the freeway. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Playing the
It's
music,
beautiful.
and it just makes you feel good. It puts you in the zone.
Yes.
And that's what I like to listen to. Like people always say, like, well, do you just listen to rap all that? No.
No.
Probably 10% of the time.
Right.
I might pop in some rap music. Like if I'm just feeling good. And
Yeah.
it's out like today, sun, I'm like,
Yeah, it's beautiful out
let's
today.
let's go,
It
let's
is.
turn up a little bit.
Yeah.
But most of the time I'm in some R&B, I'm into that old school music.
Get no better.
It just
Nah,
it,
that
like you
doesn't
said,
get no
oldies
better.
but goodies. And if you ever notice, that music has never faded.
No, it's
50, 60 years later, you're still playing these
still
records.
playing it.
And that's
Still
what it
getting
is.
placement in movies.
Yes.
I've been on my Nate Dogg wave lately. Like
Oh, okay.
Shout out.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been like finding myself
Rest in
listening.
heaven.
Yeah, because he
Yes.
was so talented and he was not only stood on his own, but he was a great feature on so many.
Oh, yes.
I'm like, man,
was
we
different.
We need a modern day Nate Dogg.
Right.
Like it was a time where you had to go get Nate Dogg on that
Facts.
record. Like if
Facts.
you wanted it to go, you out on the West Coast,
Right.
You had to go get Big Nate.
He created a vibe that I think nobody else has been able to duplicate ever.
No, I love it.
Come on now.
I hear it all the time. My mom, I promise you, Tampa. Last time I seen my mom, she was like, who would have been a good song with you? What was that boy used to be with Snoop all the time to sing? I said, Nate Dogg. She,
Yes,
Nate Dogg.
exactly.
You and him would have made a good song
I
together.
agree.
I'm like, well, yeah.
I agree.
And people are asking, like, Summerall, when you gonna make an album? When you gonna do this? When you gonna do that? I don't know. I'm so occupied with him.
Understood.
So,
I respect it.
yeah, so-
It'll come when you're ready to make it happen. You can't force it.
Right.
Right.
So, well, I appreciate you guys being here today.
Thank
One more
you.
time, tell everybody where they can follow you at on your socials.
Semi Sinatra on Facebook, Instagram. I don't have and Twitter. I just got a Twitter.
Good.
And hit me up if people send me their music all the time. Trust me, I will listen. I will give you honest feedback.
Yeah.
Because, you know, so many people want me to manage them now.
Yeah.
So, I'm not the type of person that you give me the music and I don't listen.
Yeah.
Because I was that artist to where I was hoping somebody would listen.
Of course.
And that's a horrible feeling. You get somebody a CD or tape and they throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
So, and I'm a busy man, but I will always make time to listen to your music because I understand all the effort you probably put into it. So Semi Sinatra on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Man, well, you can follow me at YoungSauce'DaGod on Instagram. That's YoungSauce_DAGOD. You can follow me on Facebook at Alex Dover. I mean, I have a Sauce to God Facebook page, but Alex Dover, the government, they love it. I mean, a lot of people know me as
Yeah,
that
ain't nothing
anyway.
wrong with that. I'm Misty Malik on Facebook.
Right.
It's
So,
all good.
giving them a little sprinkle of something different.
Yeah.
But on everything else, it's Sauce to God. Like I said, I'm Google verified. All you do is type my name in Google. It's gonna pop up.
Yeah.
Articles, videos, everything.
Dope.
So that's where you can holler at me at. Like I said, that Who Am I merch is out right now.
Right.
So make sure you DM me to get your merch, and we'll get it out there to you.
Facts. Do you guys have anybody you want to shout out to?
Go ahead, you got somebody?
I want to shout out to everybody who love me
There you go.
because I love you. And even if you hate me, I still love you. I want to give a shout out to my family, my friends, everybody who got positive energy.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
We love it. It's contagious.
Man, well, I want to give a shout out to all my family and friends. Like I said, shout out to Columbus, Ohio. Shout out to Charlotte, North Carolina. Shout out to Atlanta, Georgia.
Yep.
Once again, I got to plug the No Cosign Tour, April 21st, start in Columbus, Ohio. Make sure you get your tickets. They're out, still on sales, a few left.
Yeah.
I want to give a big shout out to my new star I'm working with. Her name is Nu Blanco. You will be hearing about her real soon. She's a very, very dope artist out of Cincinnati.
Awesome.
Female artist. I mean, when the first time I met her down here, first time I seen her, I just knew she was a star from the first time just looking at her.
Is she in Atlanta now?
No, she's still in Cincinnati,
gotcha.
but she kind of comes back and forth. But we'll definitely be bringing her back to
Please.
the show, so you can check her out. She's on the tour as well with me.
Nice.
We even switched it up, and we even got a rock artist. Sick in the Second is on the tour. We have a
Nice.
rock artist
Love
on the
it.
tour.
I love it.
You know, that's dope too, to kind of grab that energy and to grab that audience. So
Opens you up to a
Right.
broader
definitely.
audience.
So
Smart.
Definitely. And Mr. 365 once again for We Promo USA for powering this tour.
Yeah.
Who else? Like I said, Damon Ritchie. Just everybody that loves me. I love you back.
I know that's right.
The babies, the kids, everybody, especially you. Thank you. We're
course.
giving you your flower. We should have brought you some flowers today.
It's okay.
That's my fault.
You brought me the shirt. That's
Right.
that's good enough. That's a part of your brand, and I will definitely 100% wear it.
Thank you. So,
Absolutely. Last but not least, we live. Industry's Most Wanted, right?
yeah.
You know what's coming next. Y'all got to let me know what makes you the industry's most wanted. Whoever wants to let me know first.
Let me go. Because I'm one of a kind. I'm authentic. Cannot be duplicated.
Often imitated, but never duplicated.
That's
Young Sauce to God.
Well, what makes me industry's most wanted because I'm powerful. I know what I want. I'm ambitious and I'm strong.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Thank you.
And I salute you. I want to give you your flower. I want to give both of your flowers, but I really want to give you your flowers for you're an artist yourself,
Right.
but you're putting your everything into him.
Right.
That speaks volumes about your character. Whether anybody will ever tell you that, because for you to help somebody else who does what you do and kind of put yourself on the back burner to help him, that speaks a lot about your character as a man,
Thank you.
as a businessman. That's big right there.
Thank you.
You're blessed to have him, and you're vice versa.
For sure.
Y'all make a dynamic team. You're a
Just
dynamic
two-man
duo.
two. Yeah, that's what we do. The two-headed monster. Just me and him knocking it out.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, listen, again, it's a pleasure to have you guys here. Well, we up out of here.
It's Sauce to God. I say I came up from the bottom, yeah, I beat the odds. And now I'm about to run the city like mayor. I got my mind on the